Hey, what's going on, everyone? Bro Guy Jesse here, back with another Bro Guy Toy Talk. Now, today's topic is going to be the Haslab Star Wars Vintage Collection, Haslab of the Clone Trooper gunship. Now, before I get into that, I do want to talk about one other thing. I mentioned this in the last video, but Hasbro Pulse Premium membership. Best thing they could do is focus this on a pre-order basis. If they want to get a pre-order, now saying that it's only for the premium members, but it is guarantee you that pre-order. So you have a limited amount of pre-orders for people that don't want to be a premium member. So if they get in, they get it. But a premium member, they have a window to pre-order, say 30 days. If you want what they're offering, you pre-ordered it, that guarantees you your pre-order. It does not matter if it is a convention exclusive, a store exclusive, or anything. If it's a Hasbro item, you can pre-order it. That is the best thing Hasbro can do to bring back their goodwill to the fans. Other than that, the other things that they offer, like the seasonal sales, they do that anyways. And then the stuff that is on the seasonal sales usually end up in Ollie's anyways, so everybody gets a discount. And then the premium content, the YouTube videos and stuff like that, but that's not worth the $50 that the premium membership is worth. But yeah, let's get back to the Haslab. Now, when it comes to this, I know it's at 3,000 backers right now, but I'm not saying that these aren't fans, but this is a lot of the mom and pop stores and other places that will carry it. They put in their orders quick, and then also it's a lot of Hasbro employees, because Hasbro employees are required to help back the products. They're not required to get them, but they are required to put in a order for them. Now, this is boosting the numbers. So yeah, Hasbro does boost the numbers. So a good bit of this could just be Hasbro employees. Now, in the past 10 days, this thing has gone up 300 backers. So I don't know if that's good, bad, or anything right now. Do I think this is going to fund? No, I do not. I don't think there's enough of demand for this, especially since they released one in 2013 that you can still get, that's being sold, not listed for sale, but being sold on eBay right now for about $200. That's what some people are paying for them to get them in hand. So, and it's not much bigger. It's not much bigger. It is bigger, but when it comes down to it, for army building vehicle, do you really want a massive amount of size? And then if you're looking at the size compared to the amount of plastic that's here, I'm not seeing worth it, especially when you have the Ghost that pretty much dwarfs this, and it was only $50 more. So what's going on where there's a one-off vehicle that has a massive amount of plastic in it, actually has it to where this top comes off and it has actual everything that was in the show you can interact with, like everything, like a whole living area, and it was $50 more. So what's going on with that? And I can't buy as tariffs, because Hasbro has been going up in price on their figures since 2015, almost $1 a year since 2015, and they always have an excuse, as it's for new tooling, or it's because we're being environmentally friendly, getting rid of plastic, going to all paper, and then we're going back to plastic windows, so it costs more. How does it cost more to get rid of plastic windows than cost more to go back to plastic windows? But they always do this. They always go up in price because they're having issues running their company. It's due to poor management, and it's sad to see. But when it comes to the Star Wars division, the Star Wars division has always had trouble with their Haslabs. When it comes to Hasbro as a whole, the Star Wars division has had the most failures. Now, G.I. Joe, G.I. Joe has not had a failure. I don't think Transformers has had a failure. Marvel Legends has had one failure, the Engines of Vengeance, and then when it comes to Star Wars, their biggest failure, I think the lightsaber was the bigger failure, but the biggest failure people remember is the Rancor, because I believe it was the second failure that they have ever had in a Haslab, the first one being a Cookie Monster. But this was a failure, just how they launched it. The launch for this was a complete disaster. The Rancor, it looked amazing overall when you look at it, but what ended up happening was they ended up leaking what it was too early. And then instead of waiting for them to have a finished prototype, they rushed it out, and this is what we got. Now they tried to fix it and paint it, but even in that, what they ended up doing for the photos and everything, they rushed it from the paint shop to the photo booth, and then they sprayed water on it. Now, anybody who is a customizer knows the type of paint you use for figures is acrylic. Anybody who uses acrylic paint knows you never put water on the acrylic paint because it causes it to run. And this is what you're seeing right there. You're seeing a lot of the paint start to blur into each other because it's wet. And that's just poor communication on Hasbro's part. This should have never happened. They should have had better tiers for this. And this was the community coming together saying, hey, this isn't good enough. You didn't take the time to sit down and really think this out. You rushed this out, and even at the last second, they were trying to throw extra tiers in to make us buy this, but it was too late. I honestly wanted this. I actually backed it, and I was disappointed it didn't go through because I really wanted a Rancor for my Black Series figures, but it's sad. But when it comes to Haslabs are supposed to be dream projects. And a lot of the stuff that they're delivering to us, not just in Star Wars, but altogether, aren't dream projects. Now, the first one, the Cell Barge, was definitely the dream project everybody wanted. I consider the Ghost a dream project. Just based off the size of it, I really don't consider the Razor Crest, which the Razor Crest was close in scale to what the new gunship is. It's not that far off. And this was $350 when it came out. So I don't understand why this is $450. I'm just not understanding that. Now, if anybody is backing this, let's see if anybody else backed it since I've been talking. No, nobody's backed it since I've talked. Please tell me why you're backing this. Do you really see that this is worth your dime? Is this worth your hard-earned money of the $550? If so, please tell me why, because I do want to understand that. Now, this is not a hit piece or anything. This is me just wanting Hasbro to do better, because we know they can. We want them to do better. We don't want them to go anywhere. We really want them to do the best that they can, but this does not feel like the best, and it's a shame. And when it comes to the tier unlocks, because if you're looking at this, it's not the tier unlocks. This is your $450. The tier unlocks is just a little bit of extra. These characters are normal characters you can still find in a Power of the Force line for $10. I mean, and yeah, I see Power of the Force all the time, and they're really cheap. Well, certain ones, but these guys are definitely the cheap ones. So don't fall for, oh, this is the only chance you're going to get them, because if that's the case, Mephisto here wouldn't be a thing, because Mephisto was one of the tier unlocks for the Engines of Vengeance that failed. But guess what? He's back. So this is your only chance to get them is a bunch of crap. But anyways, guys, you really need to figure if this Haslab is worth your dime or not your time. To me, this is not worth your dime. It's not worth the time. It's a pass for me. But again, let me know what you think in the comments. Let me know if you think I'm doing a good job. Like, subscribe, I do highly appreciate it. And as always, guys, life is tough. Enjoy the little things.
Figures lined up on the shelf. Jesse's breaking boxes by himself. He ain't gentle, nah, he ain't nice. Ripping open dreams just to slice the price. Hey, hey!